Hey Drew, got a sec?
What's up, Bree? Yeah, what did you got?
So I'm going on vacation with my family next week, so I wanted to see if you could make some drink koozies that we could take down to the beach.
Yeah, I can do that. What kind of idea you had in mind?
Something fun and summery, you know? No?
Yeah, no problem. I can do that.
Perfect.
What's going on, guys? Today I will customize a bulk order of koozies for my friend Ariana using the Luminaris 200 white toner transfer printer. I'll demonstrate the entire process, including how to import and resize your designs with our easy to use LuminRIP printing software, as well as how to print and marry your designs and transfer them onto your koozies. Along the way, I'll also give you a few helpful tips to make you more efficient during your printing process to maximize your profit. But before we get into that, remember to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date with our latest videos. Now, let's go grab our materials. For today's project, we'll be using koozies, some A and B transfer paper, a Teflon sheet, the Luminaris 200 white toner transfer printer, and the Ricoma Auto Open 16x20 flat heat press. All right, so getting ready to print. I have my A paper right here, my A transfer paper, and you want to make sure that when you're printing that the glossy side goes facing down and the matte side faces up. So we open here the printer tray, glossy side goes down, just like that. And then you just push down on the tray and close it up, and you're ready to print. All right, before we start pressing, let's go ahead and get our design ready. Let's open up my software. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open up our LuminRIP software, and we're gonna import our design, and we're gonna go to File, Import Image. In Desktop, we're gonna go to Morales Family Vacation. So we're gonna double click. And then we're gonna go over to our toolbar here on the top, and we're gonna look for center align. And we're gonna click that, and it's gonna be centered in the software. Now, the design is already sized for the koozie. However, if you ever wanna change the size, there's two ways you can do it. You can either go into the nodes right here and left click and hold, and you can resize like that, or like that. You can either do the corner nodes or the side nodes, or you can also go here to the resizing by either the width or the height. So in this case, let's say if it was 3.5, see there, and then it goes back to 3.5 inches. And let's say if you wanted to do the height, 4 inches, or you can do by percentages as well. So right now it's 123%. So if we go back to 100%, we'll go back to our original size. So you have the option of doing either the nodes here, or right here on the right side of the screen, where you can adjust the width, the height, or you could do it by percentage. Okay, let's go ahead and undo all that. All right, there we go. Back to 100%. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to our color adjust. And here, we have the option of playing around with the individual colors. So the cyan, magenta, yellow, black, our max ink, our brightness, and our saturation. In this case, I wanna play around with the colors just a little bit to make them a little bit brighter. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play around here with the toggle. So let's see, go cyan. Let's see, well, for now, we'll leave the cyan alone. Let me see, magenta. Okay, we'll leave that alone as well. Go to yellow. That's a little too bright. Let's leave the yellow alone as well. Now, let's try the black. Okay, that's too dark. Let's remove some of it. Okay, let's see, that looks good. We're gonna leave our max ink at the max at 400. The brightness, let's bring this up. Okay, now it's too bright, it looks blown out. Let's bring it down. Let's leave it at -5. And then the saturation, let's bring that up. Ah, there we go, okay. I can see the white looking a lot brighter and the waves as well. Let's take this to Well, not quite max, let's see. There, okay, that looks good. So we'll leave it there, and we're going to go ahead and we're gonna uncheck enable ink removal because we're not working with rasterization. So let's turn that off and we'll hit okay. And once our design's good to go, we'll just make sure that we'll go over here on the tabs. Our input tray is gonna be tray 1, and we're doing standard 2-step. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go over to my copies tab right here on the job tab. And what I'll do here is I'm gonna go over to the number of columns and the number of rows. So what we'll do is I'm gonna make 2 columns. So Ariana mentioned to us that there's 6 members in her family. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna print 6 designs onto 1 transfer paper. And we're gonna do 2 columns and 3 rows. So that'll be 6 copies total. Hit okay, and then let's bring this up. Perfect, and there's our 6 designs. And what I'll do here, the spacing, just to make sure that I can cut out all of my designs without cutting into each design itself, what I'll do is, I'm just gonna demonstrate it at completely at 0. You'll see that there's no gap. So if I cut, I'm gonna cut into the design. So what I'm gonna do is, for the spacing for the width and the height, I'm gonna do 1/2 inch. So 0.5 and 0.5. And as you can see here, now all 6 designs are spaced out. So that gives me space to cut, and that way I won't run into any issues. All right, so now we're ready to print. So what we can do now is go over here to the top left portion of my column and go over here to print. All right, now that we have our designs printed out, now we can go ahead and turn on our heat press and do our marrying process from our A paper to our B paper. All right, so we're gonna start with the marrying process, 310 degrees for 120 seconds. All right, so with our designs, we wanna make sure that the designs are gonna be facing face down. So glossy side down, matte side up, just like the printer. All right, and for the B paper, the adhesive is gonna be right here. So this is gonna go facing down and the text is gonna be facing up. So just like that, you wanna go corner to corner. And then, quick tip that I like to do is, for this process, I like to do a little dog ear. That way I have something to hold on to when I peel. And that way it's a lot easier to lift. All right, now we have our Teflon sheet. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the sheet over the platen, just like that. And remember, this will be 310 degrees for 120 seconds. All right, so when the timer gets to 0 and the platen opens, I'm gonna take off the Teflon sheet, and then with a shirt, I'm gonna rub down the design, and then using one hand of the shirt so that I don't burn myself, I'm gonna use the other hand to use one swift motion to peel the actual adhesive. All right, take off our Teflon sheet, pull the platen out. I'm gonna rub this down for a few seconds, and now, with my dog ear, I'm gonna pull consistent motion. There we go. All right, our A paper and B paper have officially been married. All right, let's go ahead and cut it out, and we'll start with the next process. All right, now that our designs are cut, now we can go ahead and press them onto our Koozies. All right, we're gonna pull our platen out. We're gonna get one of our Koozies. I'm gonna lay down the Koozie. Just gonna go ahead and grab one of our designs, right there. And we'll place our Teflon sheet on top. So for the pressing process, once again, we're gonna keep it at 310 degrees for 30 seconds. And we're gonna go ahead and put the platen in. And it's 310 degrees for 30 seconds. Here we go. All right, and since this is a cold peel, as soon as this pops up, we can just take out the koozie, set it aside, and we can press our next one. One koozie down. And now we're just gonna repeat the same process for the next set of koozies. While you can press all your koozie designs at once, what I like to do is do them one by one so that I can avoid skewing my designs. However, when we're gonna do the sealing process, there I'll do all of them at once. Okay, we've gone ahead and pressed our designs onto our koozies. Now we're just gonna wait for them to cool down, give them about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna peel them, and then we're gonna seal them with the heat press. All right, our 10 minutes have passed. Let's go ahead and peel our design. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and seal all 6 of our koozies using our heat press. We're gonna set our timer to 20 seconds and the temperature stays the same at 310 degrees. And there we go. Pull our platen out, take out our Teflon sheet, and hey, not bad. Not bad if I say so myself. What do you think? Let's go ahead and take a closer look.
Did you pack? Not if we check our bags. Hey Dad, I gotta go. Andrew's here with the koozies. Wait, you do have the koozies, right?
Why, yes, I do.
Oh my gosh, these look so good. How much do I owe you?
Nah, don't worry about that though, it's all good.
No, come on, I'm serious. How much would you make for these if you sold them online?
All right, fine. So in that case, it's $6 for the koozie, so $1 each. We used about $2 worth of toner and transfer paper. So that's total all-in cost is around $8. But once we're done with all these, we can sell them around $41 online.
No, Drew, I'll lend me you right away. You're a lifesaver.
Fine, if you must, no problem. All right, that's all the time we have for today. If you're looking for more inspiration for your next project or to get some more advice, then be sure to check us out on Facebook and join our embroidery and custom apparel mastery group. And if you haven't done so by now, join us on Instagram and TikTok for informative and entertaining content. Also, be sure to let us know in the comment section below if there's any other ideas you'd like to see in a future episode of Print Pros. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.